Morning, guys. This walk should look pretty familiar. This is where we had a beaver tied up on the crossover of the dam yesterday in a snare, and if you look right there, we got us another one. Looks like the water's still flowing to the dam, but actually we got a beaver down the drowner too. I'm sure y'all could probably see him. So looks like a pair came up here to repair it, and they both stayed here, so we'll get these sets remade and see if we can catch some more. Well, y'all, we're back at this location where we caught the two otters the last couple days. All I know right now is that the conibear is gone and I can see another otter. Looks like this one made it up from the creek, just like that first one did. I think it was the first one. And so that's 3 otters in 3 days. This is just one of those locations. Honestly, if I had more equipment, I could just probably put it in several places down this creek and catch several at a time. But right now, one at a time is all right. So we'll get this one taken out and remade and go check our predator line. Well, y'all, this is not what we were looking for, but that's what we caught. Ruined a real pretty flat set. Had a buried bone right here. There's a trail where these predators like to use, so it just, one of those things is what it is. You're just gonna have to deal with that down here. So we'll get them out. We'll probably put them in the box as long as we don't catch a coyote today, and maybe take them home and feed them out. All right, y'all stay tuned. Morning, y'all. I'm on this pond dam, covering up all my traps because they got hog hunters coming in this morning. Didn't want to set them off, so just covering them up. But I got 4 DPs along this pond dam. I caught a few coons here last year, and we finally got one today. It's crazy, it's been a week, and this is the very first one, but looks like he's caught by both front feet, and so we'll get him taken care of and go finish covering everything up, and maybe we'll luck into a K9 here along the way. Well, y'all, I made the comment the other day that if I had more equipment, I could probably catch a whole bunch of otters in here in a fairly short amount of time, and I think that's pretty accurate, except I lied because I do have plenty more equipment. I was just really kind of too lazy to walk back here and check it every day. But this makes otter number 3 in 4 days right here, so looks like it's gonna be another big buck. The other ones have been real nice, and so we'll get them skinned, and gonna go ahead and pull this trap today. I think we've caught the pair of beavers that were at it in this pond, and we're gonna pull this today, and I just got a call about another beaver job, so I'm gonna go take a look at that this morning. But just thought I'd give y'all an update. Thought I'd touch on one more thing real quick. You see how far he made it through this conibear before it fired. Well, that's, at least in part, he may have been moving pretty quickly, but at least in part, it's because that last one broke my trigger wires off of the conibear, and instead of pulling it up and going and getting a new one, fixing that one, whatever, I said, well, I'm only gonna be here a couple more nights. I'll just set it back with no trigger wires. So that's what I did. Had the trigger on the bottom. Figured they'd hit it, but he obviously made it in, and it took until that gut hit it before it fired. So it'll work, but it won't work quite as good. Well, y'all, we're back to this area with the pond that I was talking about the blind sets in the other day, and you can see we got us a kitty cat. So I caught it in blind set. Looks like it might be toe caught, so I'm gonna try to get up on it and get it taken care of pretty quick, and then I'll show you the remake. All right, thought I'd show you real quick while it's being taken care of. Got this drag wrapped around this pine tree. There's this trail that goes across this dam. I just had the trap bedded right there. Really, you could see it through there. But this was just a narrow point where two trails come together. They kind of separate once they get up there. So we'll get it remade and put back and see what we can do. And just like that, there's the remake. Just a fairly exposed trap in this trail. A little bit of pine straw covering. Morning, y'all. We're back to the same dog proof we caught one in yesterday. Yesterday's was caught by both front feet, and it looks like this one is too. It's crazy. These sets have sat for a week with no action, and there's 4 on this dam. And finally we caught one yesterday, and now we got one today. So I'm not sure why it took so long. Morning, guys. Got some eyes shining this morning. Found some cat tracks along this clay road the other day. Looked like a tom and a female came through, and went ahead and set this trap. Set one right across from it as well. And been dead ever since. Got a gully washer, not last night but the night before, and looks like we picked up maybe the tom. Looks like a tom to me. So we'll get this this one taken care of. I don't know if we'll get this set remade. It looks pretty messy, but maybe come in and make it another day. Y'all stay tuned.